Hello everyone, hopefully if y'all can all hear me and see me well, I'm going to try to give you the best quality stream I possibly can as we do a reaction to this since I was at work during the event. I have not been on Twitter other than to share this stream out. I have not been in Discord much other than to talk to a few people that I had to notify that hey, I'm doing this. So with that being said, the only thing that I know going into this stream as I do my reaction, y'all can react right next to me if y'all want to in the chat, is I know Halo's going to be there. I heard that they're supposed to be new IP are bringing back some IPs, and a bunch of their studios are supposed to say something. So when we get to the discussion part of it, I will look at everything with an open mind. Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation, and give my full, honest review. You know, so if y'all are ready, thank you for hitting that like button. And yes, we may do the 10 like hype dance, but we'll wait until after it if it gets to 10 likes. And that's obviously for any stream that I've been doing right now until we get to 900 or 1,000. We're just looking for 10 concurrent viewers and 15 likes. If we can hit that goal, cool. Now, y'all ready? Let's see who's all in the chat. We got Tommy Riku, Dank, Meme Center, some people lurking. We got TV Rage King, and we got Lit Gaming 999. Which everybody, Lit Gaming 999 has this awesome device called the Pandora that plays 1,000 arcade games and older school games. Fun system. But yep, I'm ready to do it. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have to switch over to I'm gonna bring the stream up on my phone so I can keep up with your chat. And then we're gonna get into this. And whenever, okay, so let me bring the chat up. And how's everybody's day going? I want to know before I get into this. How's everybody's day going and everything like that? And hopefully you enjoy the thumbnail for this. For everybody, I've been good. You know, I work today 9 to 6. I work tomorrow 9 to 6. So I'm gonna do this. I may do a game stream later tonight, but for right now, we're doing this, and it's gonna have some fun. And this is gonna be my first time seeing the event. So yeah, I did change the background also too, just to do a few things. But I am gonna be investing probably in August to some RGB lights, so that whenever I'm not using my green screen, I can have a little bit of color. And you know, but we do got this going. And when I get in here, just make sure that everything's done right, and hopefully doesn't lag and doesn't do anything bad. But we're gonna try to watch this in the best possible way. So without further ado, make sure you share the stream out, hit that like button. I appreciate you all being my friends, and we're ready. Y'all ready for my reaction? Want to see, make sure if y'all ready, then I'll switch over to make sure I switch over to the right one. But yeah, we'll switch over and we'll do this. Yeah, so when I get done watching the reaction, I'm gonna give my breakdown of the Xbox event. I'm gonna compare it to what Nintendo and PlayStation are doing, and I'm gonna give you my fair. I'm not gonna be sitting there, oh, I'm an Xbox fanboy, PlayStation fanboy, or Nintendo fanboy. I'm not doing that. But we're gonna do this now, so let's do this. We got that going there. Here we go. This is Dank, and I got to give a shout out to Dank Meme. He's the one that provided me with this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go all the way back to 0. Hit this, and I'm watching your chat. So let's make sure everything looks good right there. And whenever I do the audio for it, if I need to adjust the audio of the stream itself on the video, y'all tell me go down or up what I need to do. Thank you. What's up, Nightshade? And also read the you can read the description box to know what we're doing here. Read the description box. Is this Halo?
Exosuit is now complete.
Are they starting off as Halo? Yeah, they're starting off as Halo. Yep. In for a treat. Well, hopefully I like this treat that they're giving me.
Technology will save humanity in the war to come.
That is Cortana. And I appreciate y'all being here supporting the channel. Let's get to 800 subscribers.
Liquid crystal cannot rise on its own.
Wow.
Titanium alloy cannot prevail in the face of extinction. Armor cannot help.
John 1:17 Master Chief.
It all means nothing until you step inside.
Become oh, that how it looks? Oh, Halo Infinite. Oh, press start to start demo. Okay. Are they gonna have a demo for the game come out?
Am I dead already? I must be. I mean,
25,
this is
60.
punishment, right?
160 days after we lost. Okay.
Yep, this is death. No! No! No, 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 no! This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency
What's up,
landing.
T-Belly and everybody?
Hold on, Chief. No. No. You. I can't stand this. Who you are.
Breathe.
No. You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the Banished.
You keep saying that. We're outgunned, outnumbered. I know I saw Condors over there.
Good to see you, Nightshade. Thank you for being here.
And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here.
Thank you all for being here in the house party as we watch the Xbox event.
Oh, please.
That does look really good.
Let's see what I can find.
Cannons first.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
When I
whoa,
get
whoa,
back,
whoa. It's got-
we can look. Together.
Give us Battletoads. Maybe they show it, I don't know.
Okay, big guy.
But thank you for the $5 tip. Thank you for the $5 tip, T-Belly. Oh, this is actual game. Oh, actual gameplay. Hey, that's what people have been asking for. That's all people have been asking for these games. Less cinematic trailers, more gameplay. Obviously the grunt, you know. Obviously. And that's pretty much what sells me on a game is less cinematic, more gameplay. You know, if these developers could come out and say, hey, here's more gameplay, less cinematic stuff, cool, great, great, I'd be more on board with that. He's in a Warthog. Cool. Warthog's looking really good. Ooh, look at that map. Check map, upgrades, database, upgrades. Wonder what he could be upgrading. This is a wait and see thing. Whoa. This is definitely arcing back to Halo 1, 2, and 3. Definitely. Definitely arcing back to Halo 1, 2, 3. You know? Definitely. Whoa! That is the brute, whatever you call them. Yeah. Oh, new kind of shield. I like that shield. Oh, a grappling hook. Grappling hook. Nice. And hopefully y'all are enjoying my reaction. If you are, give me a hell yeah. That's all I'm gonna say right now. Definitely got the pistol in hand. Oh yeah, definitely this is Halo Master Chief. Yeah, you can definitely tell. There's the Halo ring. Got the music going. Ooh. Ooh. This is exactly what I said they needed to do, was arc back to Reach and before and have a lot of gameplay. And they're showing gameplay. So, hopefully when you're playing on your Xbox One or your Xbox Series X next gen, hopefully it feels really good playing the game on your Xbox controller. It controls well. Being relatively quiet to let y'all enjoy the experience and also soak this up, because it's Halo, my second favorite series in gaming of all time. Okay, he just pressed something. Uh-oh. He just got locked in there, didn't he? The Banished! There they are.
Your people are
Halo piquing my interest. It's been a while since I played Halo.
hunted, defeated.
Halo Reach is my favorite, but Halo 3 is my second favorite. So let's see where this stacks up when it releases.
But it wasn't. We are one step ahead. Always. The ring is already under our control.
His suit looks really, really good, and that ring looks really good itself too, so that's cool.
The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriox. But without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone. But here you now stand. This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both.
Look at those eyes.
Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard! I
Halo! Fuck yeah! 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 Richmond,
We hope
Washington.
you enjoyed your first look at Halo Infinite's campaign.
I
I'm
enjoyed
incredibly
it.
proud of the team at 343, and we're thrilled to share a hint of the epic battles that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey.
Hope y'all enjoyed it.
This is the most ambitious campaign we've ever created at 343. For the first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last 2 Halo games combined.
So it's several times
Halo
larger
Infinite
than
has been
Halo
built from the
4
ground up to take full
and
advantage
5.
of Xbox Series X. Bigger battles,
Or
epic
you could
vistas,
say Halo
more complex
4,
visual effects.
yeah, Halo 4 and
displayed
5,
with
'cause-
10 times the processing power per pixel of Halo 5. This will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring
Flawless
to life
60
in ways
frames
that
per
have never
second.
been
Cool,
possible.
cool.
We look forward to sharing
And make sure
even
to make
more
sure it was
about
60
Halo
frames.
Infinite in the coming months, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please
Definitely
enjoy a glimpse
multiplayer is
of
something
what
that a lot
others
of
in the
people are going to be
Xbox
into,
Game
definitely
Studios
like
family
me.
have been working on.
Because I know I play a lot of COD now, but
World premiere.
the only multiplayer before this generation that I was good at was Halo. So this is another game. Here we go. And I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody being here, liking it up, sharing it out, and doing all that cool stuff. And I appreciate y'all coming by any stream I do, game-wise, podcast-wise, reaction-wise, any of that. I appreciate y'all being friends and even talking to me outside of streams. Thank you, guys. Ooh, that was loud in the ears. What could this be? I do my best to create my own content, but also support other content creators of all sizes, big, small, YouTube, Twitch, beyond. I truly do my best, T-Belly. Do my best. Something tore that up. Ooh. Stay to K3. Ooh. That is State of K3. That looks so different, but it's at the same time the same to State of K1 and 2. And yet, that's Undead Labs, and they stated now that they've got Microsoft, they bought them, and they got Microsoft's money,
Xbox Game Showcase.
they can make a better State of
Today,
Decay, and they're doing
we're
it!
showing games from 9 of our 15 Xbox Game Studios, including unveils of 5 new first-party games. What you will see today is how Xbox Game Studios are harnessing their passions to bring their dreams to life. We believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on. Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover and play. And we want you to be able to experience.
I'm going to talk about Game Pass once we get done with the reaction to this. Game Pass is going to be in part of the Xbox discussion. I'm also going to mention
from your
Nintendo and PlayStation, but it'll be towards
These
the end.
games will look and play best on Xbox
Thank you all for being
Series
here.
X, delivering unmatched fidelity.
And if y'all have anything y'all want to say
performance,
while I react,
precision,
feel
and
free to in the
immersion.
chat.
And we've designed the most consistently powerful next-generation console. And we've built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision. One studio that has always pushed the limits of our hardware.
That's crazy that
is
it was
Turn 10.
less than 2 years ago we saw
And they're
all 3 of
early in
them
development on the
stand up
next
on
Forza
stage
Motorsport.
together.
And Xbox
And then
Series X
only one
is
of
bringing
them
closer
is still
to their
working,
dream
going into
of
the next
unprecedented
generation.
realism,
Crazy.
with ray tracing and native 4K resolution, all at 60 frames per second. The trailer you're about to see was captured completely in-engine.
But we'll talk about the 3 big companies once this is
World
done.
premiere.
Let's soak up what Xbox is premiering. And I love that dude that does that voice. I like to be that dude in the studio. World premiere. World premiere. Xbox exclusive. Obviously, this is Forza Motorsport, their game to compete with Gran Turismo. But what's cool about their series is they made two of them. Forza Horizon, which is more of the off-road arcadey one, and then the more simulation being this one. Which I'm a fan of Forza. If you want me to be honest with you, Forza Motorsport and Horizon. But what I can say is this: while this is going on, if you want the best experience to be like you're actually those people you see on TV racing the cars, get yourself Gran Turismo. But if you want something that gives you that feel like Gran Turismo, but can add a little bit more ease to it, get Motorsport. And if you want something that's more arcadey but has very, very excellent cars, you get Horizon. And they're all great games.
Our world has
Here's
a rhythm.
Rare.
We all sense it. But only a few.
And everybody give a shout out to T-Belly in the chat. He's working out, trying to lose some weight, and progress in life.
It is found in the smallest moments.
This has got to be
In every
Everwild.
step of a perilous journey. In the symmetry of ritual. In the bonds we share. And in moments of stillness.
See, they're using a shell-shaded style for this, but for what they're doing, this is pretty good.
It
This is
teaches
looking
us to
good.
look beyond the expected.
Okay.
To be a light in dark places.
What's up, Stitch? Hope you're doing good.
To
Hopefully
seek
the
answers.
commissions and art's doing good, and hopefully life's going good for you.
And to stand watch over our world.
Really beautiful looking game.
Our world.
Yeah, it's not realistic, obviously, but for what
We all
art style they're
sense it.
using, very, very good.
But only a few truly feel it.
Everwild. Notice that it says Xbox Series X and PC, Windows PC, meaning that it may be a title that is actually truly next gen.
A magical and untamed natural world for you
He's
to
hot.
explore and to just truly lose yourself in. It's a place to be eternal. And Eternal has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows through nature and connects every living thing.
Hope you have fun at the beach, man.
The team here at Rare are so excited to be working on something like Everwild, and I hope you're excited too. But I just want to take this.
I'm excited to see who
opportunity
the
to say
protagonist is, who's your main
massive thank you to
character,
everyone who's
and
shown
what
their
the
support
gameplay is
and
like.
love, and for the incredible, awesome, positive community that's already growing around this game. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
True, they do need to give us the Battletoads game, which is a throwback to the other. All I gotta say is that hopefully Battletoads is like Streets of Rage 4, where it's just on par with the originals. If they can do that, then I'm good.
It doesn't matter that they don't believe us.
We all believed that what happened that night was self-defense. But we couldn't be sure.
Oh.
It doesn't matter that they kept us apart.
Brother, sister, we look out for each other.
It doesn't matter that finding the truth
This is like a Life is Strange style game, but I could be
feels
wrong.
Impossible.
Like a Life is Strange style game.
The only thing that matters is your my
Like that
weather.
dude's denim jacket.
And the only way to move forward is to keep looking back.
We've been getting these visions whenever we see or hear something really emotional. Everything we thought we knew about Marianne just got thrown out the window.
She loved you. She attacked you. We both saw it.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
Nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
I can't do this. Stop!
Tell me why. Definitely. Okay, so that's on all three systems right there. Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and Windows PC Chapter 1, August 27th. Would y'all like to see me play that? Would y'all like to see me play that? Let me know in the chat, and we're going to see the next game. Moon Studios.
Hey everyone.
Oh, that's the
My name
one
is
that
Gennady.
did
I'm the co-founder and director of technology at Moon Studios. Today we're very excited to tell you that we're working on a very, very special version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, specifically for Xbox Series X.
Ori and the Will of the
We're
Wisps,
now at a
Collector's
time where we
Edition.
can reach levels of fidelity and frame rates previously absolutely impossible on any console.
Beautiful
An already
game.
gorgeous game
Beautiful
like Ori
game.
can now run at 120 Hz refresh rate in full 4K HDR in its highest quality, delivering unprecedented game feel with silky smooth animation, super crisp, sharp image, and low
One of my
input
favorite
latency,
games
which is
of this
just
year.
So important for the tight and precise platforming feel of this game. We can also boost the immersion in different spaces in our world by using premium audio tech that we previously just could not simulate in real time. And with all of this crazy hardware power, we can give our players more options with how they want to play our game. We can't wait for all of you to experience this very special version of Ori coming to Xbox Series X with smart delivery later this year.
Yes, smart delivery, I'm behind. Are you behind smart delivery, chat? If you are, give me a hell yeah. Private Division, okay, let's see what the Private Division's doing.
From the
Outer
farthest
Worlds.
reaches of the universe comes the biggest mystery in the galaxy.
An abandoned research facility, and now
If you haven't
shady
played the
corporate
Outer
intrigue.
Worlds and you like anything
Marvel,
Fallout,
the Gorgon asteroid.
please give it a play. Nintendo
sword
Switch,
in stopover.
PlayStation, or Xbox.
Full of salacious secrets and scandalous strangers.
Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking downright unlawful today.
With the right
And
kind
with the
of
way
case,
that they made the
they want
Outer
us to
Worlds,
develop a miracle
it definitely
drug
gives pressure
and put
on
you on the wrong
Bethesda
side
whenever
of
they
the
want to work on the next Fallout, because the next Fallout
sword.
outside of 76
Or
has to be a
this
very,
thing.
very quality game.
Thrills. Danger. Intrigue.
A word of advice before you go, Captain? Trust no one.
What will you find on Gorgon?
Outer Worlds,
This unit cannot bring you any drinks in its current state.
September 9th. That's like 11 days from my birthday. Round it.
If you're waiting,
AKA Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
for the biggest game of the year, then wait for Cyberpunk. But if you're ready for the
I like how they put Cyberpunk in there, but then obviously
we've got you covered.
Xbox got the deal to promote Cyberpunk.
From Obsidian Entertainment, the makers of games that are nothing like this one. This summer,
Obsidian got that Xbox money and they started pumping out games.
Thrive together. Or just feed your friend to the spiders and go solo.
No video, no video. Okay, sorry about that. What happened? Y'all still see me? Do y'all still see me? Let me fix this real quick. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but let me fix it. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I'm trying to... Okay, I apologize about that. I apologize. I don't know what's happening here, but we'll just do this. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I apologize. I hate doing this happens. It makes me feel bad as a content creator. So we're actually gonna go back to the beginning of this right here, and we're gonna start from right here. So if y'all can see everything and it looks good again, give me yep. I'm just looking at my phone, waiting until it pops up on there for y'all. I apologize. I feel bad now. Grounded.
If you're waiting for the biggest game of the year, then wait for Cyberpunk.
I like how they made it Cyberpunk joke. I'm gonna say that again.
But if you're ready for the smallest, we've got you covered. From Obsidian Entertainment, the makers of games that are nothing like this one. This summer, strive together to thrive together. Or just feed your friend to the spiders and go solo.
Battletoads reference! Y'all saw that? There was like a Battletoads toy in the yard. I like how they threw that in there. I like how they threw the Battletoads toy in the yard, so that's cool. Obsidian, one of my favorite studios of all time.
It's something we do every day when we come to the office, and we can't wait for you to play our next great adventure, Peril on Gorgon. It's the first of 2 planned story expansion packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with our friends from the Private Division. Now, it's also important that we continue to evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that. The team has been working for the last 2 years on how to tell an Obsidian story within a survival game. Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game Preview and on Steam Early Access. We want to hear from you, and we want to continue to build Grounded together. Oh, yeah. If you've been wondering, we have been working on that next big Obsidian RPG. Check this out.
Next Obsidian, big Obsidian RPG.
World premiere.
Here we go. This is their next big. Okay, so you'll see how much Obsidian's gonna tell, because Obsidians, they're known for their RPGs.
We have always known war. It forged our empire. Turned heroes into queens and kings. And decimated our foes.
Obviously, this is a cinematic, but a very good-looking cinematic.
Now our oaths are lost. Forsaken.
Mega Rashide, yes.
And you must face the monsters our sins have borne. Is an oath worth the weight of a crown?
Is this their Skyrim? Obviously this is next gen game right there. They're not saying it, but it's next gen. You can tell by the little wording down at the bottom.
Avowed is an expansive first-person
Avowed.
RPG set in the fantasy world of Eora.
What do you want to name
When
Matt Booty?
Obsidian
What's your name?
Entertainment
Chris
joined
Booty.
Xbox Game Studios, they told
Mr.
us
and Miss
that
Booty.
this epic game is the one they want to make. As creators of critically acclaimed RPGs, this is Obsidian at their best, and it is being built from the ground up to take full advantage of the power.
Hey, my name's
of
Dank
Xbox
Booty.
Series
My
X.
name's T-Belly
At
Booty.
Xbox Game Studios, we also work with independent developers, always with the goal of empowering them to bring their ideas to life. I'm excited to announce our work with Interior Night,
So
a new
far-
studio led by
So
some of
far,
the most
some decent
talented
games.
storytellers
Halo's
in our
obviously
industry.
the
Let's
cream of the
meet
crop, but it's
Caroline
Halo.
Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
Bonjour, I'm Caroline from Interior Night. Our team is really passionate about interactive storytelling because when you play a story, you step into the character's shoes. You get to experience their fears, their hopes, their conflicts firsthand. And in the process, you learn more about
Reason I'm so
yourself.
passionate
And
about
this is quite
gaming,
powerful.
music, and wrestling
Our
is
first
this
game
right here.
spans 30 years
Hearing
in
developers
the
and people
American
talk about these things and getting these
It's a
ideas
story
out
about
to the
family,
world at
resilience, and
large.
sacrifice. But most of all, it's about how you will shape the fate of real, flawed people trying to find their way in a world they don't fit in. I hope you enjoyed the trailer.
I even enjoyed the trailer.
World premiere.
World premiere. Xbox Game Studios presents.
Fortune, fortune, smile and fade. I haven't seen you much of late.
Glad you enjoyed dinner, Tommy.
Cannot wait, but when I look, you're not around.
We were on our way to start a new life that summer. For our family, it was just a stopover.
An interactive drama. Well, something like Telltales or Life is Strange, definitely. It's interactive like that.
It was the end of the road.
Definitely.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on all of us that day. Was it fate? Coincidence? No. It was a long-forgotten secret, buried in the dark.
All my life, I've been scared of the shadows.
Oh, that's her growing up.
But now, I'm finally ready to step into the light. I got your letters.
As Dusk Falls, a next-gen game. Can you just put that down at the little thing? Just put it in a next-gen game.
Here at Ninja Theory, we're hard at work on all of our projects, including
Hellblade.
Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which we announced at the Game Awards back in December. An incredible 3.5 million players have now experienced Senua's story in Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. We're excited to start giving you an insight into what comes next for our Celtic Warrior, an experience that we'll be building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC.
Yes, they didn't say
I'm happy to
Xbox
reveal
One, so there's
today
some
that
next-gen
Senua's
games
Saga
here.
is set in the beautiful country of Iceland.
Iceland, cool.
And you can find out more about our location scouting and how we've discovered the history of our setting in a brand new behind-the-scenes development diary, which you can view straight after the show on the Ninja Theory YouTube channel.
I gotta say, if you have not played Hellblade and you're into that style game, or you even intrigued by it, give that game a chance. Give that game a try, please.
It's been so touching to see the impact that Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice has had on so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of Senua's
And I'm gonna say
story
something
so
very
far.
passionate at the end of this,
We're
too.
excited for you to be part of our development journey from here on out.
Double Fine, this is Psychonauts. Psychonauts.
Do you want to say hi to Peter? He's on the line
What?
here.
Peter, he's been sitting
Jack
there all the time.
Black.
Hey, who wrote the song?
Peter.
Oh, Peter. Fantastic work. Love the song.
Double Fine Studios is a studio that almost went out of business several times, and they were making this game smaller than what it would have been until Xbox came along and bought them and helped them put stuff back into the game. You gotta say thank you to Xbox and Microsoft.
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins. Where are we?
Obviously, this is their platformer game to touch that niche. Cool, cool.
Lost alone.
I love Jack Black as an actor and definitely as a musician. Got a great voice.
Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's low. At the bottom of a lake. A frozen feeling.
Anybody else like Jack Black?
When my friends pulled me back up, I started healing. Now I can feel out the galaxy and hear the flow of time. Been so tense, but now I sense a reason to this rhyme. And I can smell the universe, and I can taste the sky.
I request Lit Gaming to do Brutal Legends one day on stream.
Through my cosmic eye, senses are the magic keys. They fill the holes I've had. Unlocking all
Psychonauts 1 was a pretty decent game when I played it back in the day.
which I never.
And his band Tenacious D is really, really good. Psychonauts 2. No really release dates for a majority of this so far, but decent.
We can't wait for you to experience the amazing games built by Xbox Game Studios. And there is just so much more for you to play on Xbox. We are partnering with thousands of creators, from the largest publishers to the smallest independent developers, to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just geographically, but in history too.
One
I'm
developer.
thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one of the more than 10 million Game Pass subscribers, you also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September.
So Destiny basically is a free-to-play game if you've got it certain ways,
Will also be
and
playable on mobile from the
Game
cloud.
Pass
Later
playable.
this year, Bungie
So-
will also release a new version of Destiny 2.
So, with that being said, Destiny had a lot of exclusive stuff for PlayStation and was doing cool and all that. Now Destiny is basically the cross-platform game that's free to play that you can do everywhere. Maybe it's got a little cost here and there, but wow. So I think Destiny made Destiny 2 now that they're their own developer and they're not having Activision on their back. They're actually making Destiny 2 what Destiny should have been all along.
It's time to step beyond the light.
And I'm glad that Bungie got out of their contract with Activision. No offense to Activision, but Bungie's better on their own. And if I were PlayStation or Xbox, I would try to buy Bungie up. Whoa, that actually looks really good. Go beyond the light, will the darkness. Destiny Beyond Light, November 10, 2020.
This is Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want thanks to Xbox Game Pass. Some of the world's most
explain Xbox Game Pass when we get done with the reaction too.
And we're just honored to be able to collaborate with them. Xbox Series X will empower both new and experienced creators to bring the future of games to life like never before. Unique perspectives, unexpected innovations, and fresh voices that demand to be heard and that we can't wait for you to discover. All of the games
about another 20 minutes we got
are being built to launch exclusively on Xbox.
Not in the stream,
consoles.
but in this video.
Thanks and enjoy.
Let's see what the next game is.
World
Premiere. Oh, yeah. They did have Bungie before, but I mean like buy them where they went and keep them to an exclusive deal. You know? Because I mean that would be awesome. Okay, very dark looking game. Interesting. Whoa. What is this? Interesting. Obviously post-apocalyptic editions. Stalker 2? I never played the first one, so that's an interesting thing I'm gonna have to look up.
World premiere.
Another world. What's this?
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached a term of prime and begun our investigations. Our recon squad has been sent to sub-level 6 of the Hive to determine the full extent of the unrest. I'll know more when they make it back.
I know, right? Low quality flat. Look at the flashlight goes out.
If
Warhammer, you know, does anybody know those little figures of Warhammer that people collect and like get from hobby shops and all that? The little figures of Warhammer that like people can paint and all that. Does anybody know those figures? Does anybody know those figures? If anybody know those figures that I just mentioned, let me know in the chat. Those little Warhammer figures, my brother, and his fiance, they work at a place in Memphis where they sell those Warhammer figures and all that. They sell like the displays of different 40,000 and different versions of Warhammer and everything like that. And it's cool that my brother actually had, sometimes he'll call people, get their shipments out to him, and he even knows how to paint them really detailed. You know, so my brother actually works for the company that makes those little figures of Warhammer, and actually got a statue out front of it that has one of the figures when you go up to where he actually works. Video games. I like that. Tetris Effect connected holiday. Tetris Effect connected coming to the Xbox. Cool.
World
Definitely,
premiere.
I'll try it. I'll check it out. Yeah, so Warhammer, yeah, because he has like, there's so many different sides, because and those Warhammer characters that you collect that are like that, they're actually the kinds that you can actually use them and play on like the board game sets that are like really big.
What we got? Another good-for-nothing space rock?
Whoa. Hold on, let me check.
Find anything good?
Vex, you're not gonna believe this. Ouch! What the?
What is this? The Gonk looks interesting. So definitely something more on the double A side of things, but definitely something that would be a pickup. I tried to cut myself off, but the voices were just okay.
It all starts with a dead girl.
Oh, is this the medium? Medium?
The moon. Scent of pines. And then the gunshot. Every story has two sides. A regular, rational one, but also a darker and deeper truth. Not unlike a nightmare. I can see both.
Wow.
Worse, I can live them.
Yep. It's got the two different worlds they showed off a couple months ago. Definitely looks like an interesting game.
Hello? Anyone there?
Dual reality gameplay, two worlds rendered simultaneously.
What is this place?
For anybody in the chat, just know we're going to talk about Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and have a very passionate dialogue once this is over. That might not be for everybody, but it does look good enough to try out.
World premiere.
World premiere. Okay, okay. Console launch exclusive. Sega! Ba-da-bing! Fantasy Star! That is Fantasy Star 2. Oh, a brand new expansion? That has to be Fantasy Star. Yup, Fantasy Star. And definitely through Microsoft and Xbox getting it to the West, phenomenal. This game was for almost like eight years. It was over there in Japan. Like 10 years it was over in Japan. Wasn't even coming over here. This is console and PC exclusive to Microsoft platforms. It's a Fantasy Star 2. I played it earlier this year on stream. It came on the console first during beta, and then they released it on the PC alongside the console version once it came out of beta. And you can see right here, Xbox is making friendships with the developers they own, third-party developers, Sega, Bungie. They're making friends with Nintendo. So it's like, hey, if we're gonna have Game Pass, which is gonna be everywhere, and xCloud, which is gonna be everywhere, why don't we be friends with everybody and still make very, very good games that are tied down to an Xbox or a Microsoft PC? Can't win or lose there.
Global risk is scared of the weapon you will become.
Destiny chose me to save this world.
This is a new shooter?
And I will see it done.
Blacklist. We make our own path. We protect our own.
Can you protect me from fate?
Crossfire X. Did you hear it? Go back. Go back. Crossfire X multiplayer is free to play. Xbox Go Live required single player, not in Game Pass, sold separately. So that is cool there. But yes, you only need gold with the console. But it looks like they took the 12-month away, that they could be doing some other things with it, which I'll explain in a moment.
17 seconds. Soon, the entire world will burn, all because of him.
The ghost is here!
Whoa!
Today, you saw 10 world premieres and 22 console launch exclusives. Game Pass members can play every game you have seen today from Xbox Game Studios and all of our partners in the subscription or free to play. This is just a peek.
So everything here is in Game Pass. That is phenomenal.
Love and some you have yet to play will also be optimized for Xbox Series X. Games like Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, and Sea of Thieves. you'll get the next-gen upgrades.
People don't hate on Sea of Thieves. That's a really fun game now.
You can expect a lineup of over 100 titles for Xbox Series X this holiday season. With Series X and Game Pass, Xbox is the place to play, and you are at the center of everything we do. Now, you may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox game studios today. That means we'll have more to share later this year. But until then, here's one more thing.
One more thing. One final thing, then. Here we go, the final reveal. Sea of Thieves has so much to it now, with pets, with what you can do to your ships, customization, you know, health bars, all sorts of stuff.
Filled with stories of legendary heroes and treacherous villains, of fantastical creatures and wondrous places where nature and magic live in perfect harmony.
What the?
Not all stories have happy endings. But yours has yet to be written.
Fable's back! Woo, Fable! Oh yeah! Fable is back! Bada bing, bada boom! Halo! Bada bing, bada boom! They didn't show it, but they got Battletoads! Bada bing, bada boom! Woo! They got Destiny coming and all that exclusive stuff! Bada bing, bada boom! Fable! Woo! Yeah, buddy! And I like State of Decay, and to see the graphics go up in State of Decay because they got Microsoft money now. Yes, yes, yes. Very passionate statement coming up from yours truly. And to see the Outer Worlds getting more content, I am all for that. Game Pass members play every title shown. So you need an Xbox if you don't want to build your own PC. Just saying. Good. Less talking, more games, some gameplay from a few things. So I'm gonna switch over to me, and we're gonna talk about what I think about this. Leave your impressions of the event in the chat right now, and let's do this. So now give me a second so I can switch back over to where I can actually see the chat. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take that and leave that there. So, are y'all ready to hear my raw, unfiltered opinion on the Xbox July 2020 Xbox Series X showcase? If y'all ready to hear about that, and then I'm gonna compare it to some PlayStation stuff and some Nintendo stuff. And then I'm going to be very passionate about what I'm about to say. It's going to be a monologue. It's going to be a little bit long and windy. But if y'all are ready, let me know. And if you like that background, let me know as well. I'm just waiting to see if anybody's here and notices what I just said. If you're ready, give me a go, something in the chat so I can just go on, because I don't want to sit there and talk your ear off, but I am going to be very passionate with what I say. Game Pass, best deal. Yes, okay. So, as a gamer, y'all know that I love Xbox and I love PlayStation and I love Nintendo. As a gamer, right? As a gamer. Obviously, my favorite series started on PlayStation. Kingdom Hearts. Obviously, my favorite Xbox series is Halo. My favorite third-party series is what? That is Borderlands. Now, I can now on Xbox or PlayStation play all those except for Halo is just on Xbox. But as a gamer, this event right here was actually a decent event. These events need to be more like what PlayStation did and what Xbox did this time, because me personally as a gamer, whenever I want to get hyped for a game, if I was looking at those studios and they were asking me if I was in Phil Spencer's shoes or Doug Bowser's shoes or somebody's shoes, and they were to ask me as a gamer, hey, you're our CEO, you're our boss, and you play these games, right? Along with your family, with your friends, and you're helping promote this around the world, and you're making sure that all of us studios get well. What would you do to address all your studios? I would say whenever you are ready to reveal that game, whether it be reveal the release date of that game, reveal that game releasing, give the gamers more of what they want. That is more in-game, in-engine, on console footage. If it's a trailer, more in-game gameplay footage where people can see the HUDs, people can see the interaction of how the characters move around. If it's demo footage of it, if it's test footage of it, cool. But more of what they're actually going to be doing when they hold the controller for their console in their hands. Because as a person, me, I'd love a CGI trailer. I can watch a CGI trailer all day long. But if a game only gives you CGI trailers and then you go play the game and it's nothing like it showed, then what are you getting? So Halo kicked this off. Halo is one of the few games in my life that I can honestly say has touched my heart very, very much. From playing Halo 1, 2, and 3 and loving those games, to playing Halo Reach and realizing at the end of it, I had to play it twice to get to the little part where you see Master Chief. But playing Halo Reach and realizing that's what leads to the first scene you see in Halo ever. Phenomenal to see that game back. And arcing back to what Halo 1, 2, and 3 were, and less what 4 and 5 were, even though those were decent and beautiful games. Obviously, 5, people didn't really care for playing Glock. Seeing State of Decay 3, meaning it looks different than the first two, and that's just a CGI trailer, because Undead Labs was just like the some other studios where they could do certain things, but they couldn't go all out because they didn't have the money. And for Microsoft to pick them up and make them one of their studios and be able to put some Microsoft money in there, and they actually have said in an interview they're able to do more with their games because they don't have to worry about financial things, and Microsoft is telling them just go create games and we'll get them on to people. It's phenomenal. The whole list of games, seeing that error thing from Obsidian, their new IP, seeing Obsidian and Private Divisions work on more for the Outer Worlds, which was a phenomenal game, and what Fallout should have always been. Then you see Fable at the end get shadow dropped, where it's like, oh, here you go, here's a little 30-second thing where you kind of know, hey, this game's coming within the next, say, probably 2-3 years, but hey, it's coming. You know, they didn't just let Fable fall to the wayside and die. So as a gamer, I'm happy with this. I can't complain. You got Psychonauts in that other little game that it showed to touch your platforming side. You've got your Forzas to touch your racing side. You got Crossfire X and stuff like that to touch your shootings, and Halo to touch your shooter side. You got your Obsidian and Private Division games to touch your RPG element. You want your Japanese style game. You got POS2 and other games that they're probably working on. and coming to the console, like the Bethesda game that they got coming, that it was shown, you know, at the last event. So as a gamer, I'm happy for what Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo are doing. Yeah, I have my gripes with each company. But when it comes to this company right here that this event was about, Xbox, I'll look at y'all's comments in just a moment. But when it comes to Xbox, for them to look at it and say, hey, we're tying in xCloud, you don't have to pay extra for it. Just bundle it in with Game Pass. Meaning, I buy Game Pass Ultimate, I have my Gold, I have the games that are with Game Pass, and I have xCloud and what's offered with xCloud. Meaning, if I want to play on my computer right here, I can play on my computer. If I want to play on my Xbox, I can play on my Xbox. But also, if I want to play on my phone, once they get it working on Apple phones, or even if I go get an Android Galaxy phone, when they have it there, that you can play it there. So for them to sit there and say, hey, you want to play the game at home or on the go? Cool, great, Granny can do it. They're taking a little bit of what Nintendo did and what, you know, and making it to the next level, because Nintendo has the hybrid console. The hybrid console, where you can go on the go with it and play your games, or you can be at home and play it a traditional way. Well, instead of being like that model, they do it during a streaming model, which is fine with me. You've got to have really good internet, but our world's going that way with being more of a digital world. And you can say, I hate games going digital, but when all mediums in the entertainment was music, television, and others is going that way, you've got to know games are going to follow suit. So with that being said, as a gamer, I did peep some people crapping out about this and all that because of the way things looked. When the thing was initially going, it was 1080p. When they uploaded the stuff afterwards, that's when they could put it 4K 60 frames. And definitely for Halo and certain other games to prioritize 60 frames over 30 and to make sure they get what they can get that 4K out of it. Phenomenal job. So as a gamer, as a person, I'm happy. Because whether I'm sitting there playing my PlayStation console, I'm playing my Xbox console, or I'm playing my Switch, as long as we've got games, I'm good. And yeah, if you want to say this, at PlayStation's got the most realistic this, that, the other games. Cool. PlayStation's got their niche. They have the cinematic games. But then you think, oh well, Nintendo's got the games that are for everybody, that kids can play, but also adults can play. Well, cool, that's their thing. And if I'm Xbox and I'm sitting there looking at what they're doing, and I can sit in the middle and I can say, hey, I can do PC gaming. Bada bing, bada boom. I can do what Nintendo do with some IPs. Bada bing, bada boom. They might not have the legacy of that, but I can do some of that stuff. Bada bing, bada boom. I can do what some of the cinematic things like PlayStation. Bada bing, bada boom. Then you've got to look at it and say, Xbox is doing good. Because people say, why buy an Xbox when I can play it on my PC? Well, cool, great, grand. Hey, everybody out there, if you've got a PC that can play and you can get Game Pass on and play Halo and the next State of Decay and all that, cool, play it on your PC. But if you're somebody that's like a kid, or somebody like me, or maybe somebody else that say, hey, I ain't got money to buy a couple $1,000s into a laptop, or into a computer, and buy the graphics card and do all this stuff, but I want to play those games, they're allowing you with an affordable console around $500, $600, maybe $400 to do that. And it's just, you know, because where can you buy a computer that has something comparable to what you have in your PlayStation, even sometimes your Switch or your Xbox? You can't. Realistically, you can't. Yeah, maybe somewhere you could, but if you can, I don't know. But give y'all's opinions in the chat right now. I enjoyed it. And with Game Pass, it is the best deal in gaming. People say, Microsoft, you're shooting yourself in the leg. You're not making the $60 buck for those games. You're losing money doing this. No, the more games they get on Game Pass, and with xCloud and Game Pass becoming one, that means that they'll have more games on more Microsoft devices easier with that subscription service. Meaning, you buy you buy that game one time for $60, or you pay for that subscription service for a year, and you've already paid more than what that one game is worth. And if there's a bunch of people buying that subscription service, all those games have made their money back in what they initially would have been paying. So that is phenomenal. Now, was PlayStation take their PlayStation Now and try to copy that? Probably in certain ways. Will Nintendo try to do something like that one day? Probably not, but you never know. Because you don't know what tomorrow will bring. But right now, Nintendo is in a drought because this pandemic hurt Nintendo. This pandemic has Nintendo not letting us know what they're doing. We only know what some of the third-party developers are doing, and we have all these rumors of a Metroid thing or a Nintendo 35th anniversary for Mario set of stuff going. So with that being said, as a passionate gamer, as a passionate YouTuber, somebody who's grinding every single day to get to 800, every single day to get to 1,000, every single day to see people like Lit, T-Belly, Linda, aka Gamer, Date Meme, Tommy Rico, Troy Perry, and the many others that I can name do better. I appreciate everybody that watched this with me. I appreciate everybody that's a friend of mine. Everybody that listens to what this little 28-year-old guy from Tennessee says. I appreciate you all. So when gaming comes down to it, whether it's 2D or it's 4K, for me as a gamer, it doesn't matter. Will I have my gripes and my back and forth with people in the community when I'm on podcasts or when I'm doing videos? Obviously. I'm going to find things about games that I think could have been improved. With Halo, with Kingdom Hearts, with Borderlands, with The Outer Worlds, with Grounded. Obviously, there's going to be negatives and positives all over everything. But at the end of the day, if I can play a game and I enjoy a game, it could look like a PS1 game. It could look like an NES game. It could look like an Atari game. But if it's quality made and that game does what it says it will do, then I'm good. Now I'm going to look at y'all's comments. Overall presentation was fine. Fable is back. Halo is tempting. Forza is once again good. Date Meme, Painbath is best. Yes. Let's go. Great job. Personally, I like the concept of them doing Game Pass and Windows support. Microsoft can't afford to lose the money because they're a huge company. And you got to think about this. People won't gripe about them not focusing on a console. Microsoft is a software company at its core. So when they go into music, when they go into these cell phones, when they go into this console, that is a bonus for them. Plus Maker dedicates demands. Sony games are cheap after a month. You know, they want to have Nintendo Evergreen for them. Microsoft got caps to spend in the future. Not a Gun Creator, what's up? Not a Gun Creator, hope the life's going good. Next gen is reaching laws of diminishing returns. Well, you say this diminishing returns, right? Well, somebody says, hey, this I'm just gonna hold this product up right here. It's for Life is Strange 2. Square Enix says, hey, we need people to buy 100,000 copies of our Life is Strange 2 to make profit. Well, Xbox says we need people to buy 100,000 copies of Halo to make profit, right? Well, the Xbox says, hey, Halo's in Game Pass, right? Yeah. 4 people buy Game Pass and play Halo, we've made our money back on Halo. And they'll think, well, that's just one game, but they can play all these other games. Yeah. But if they do 4 months of it, that means that they paid for 4 different games inside of Game Pass. Because they took 4 months to beat Halo, and in that 4 months, they're paying for these other games that are in Game Pass that are included with the deal, and it's a monthly service, and it's actually doing good for the company. You know? Because, in a year you're paying $100 or whatever you pay at the end of the year, $15 per month for Game Pass Ultimate. It's actually making them money because they're making, and over them certain things. So, with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed this, and definitely, Console Wars, cool, great, grand. Obviously, I'm gonna try my hardest for you all to get an Xbox Series X, to get a PS5, to be there next gen right alongside you all, to sit there and also still collect for my retro stuff, and also make sure my live streams are bigger and better, that I can do bigger and better videos when I do the videos on small occasions. But I've looked at the stuff I do. I'm more of a live streamer. I can edit stuff, but I'm more of a live streamer, more of talking from the hip, right there live on a camera. So, what did y'all think? Anything y'all want to say, each and every single person, feel free to voice your opinion as I take a small second to breathe. And if you like my monologue, give me a 1 in the chat. You think about this, Game Pass. Tommy Riku's comment, Game Pass. Well, how are we going to make money on these games? We have 100 games in Game Pass. Well, you have 100 people, right? What's 100 times 15? You figure that out. Look. 100 games in Game Pass, right? But then you have 15 people buy Game Pass. Well, you multiply 15 times 100. And 15, you say have 100 games in Game Pass, right? Then you have 100 people buy Game Pass. So think about this. And you do 100 times 15. They just made, you think how much money they just made? 100 games in Game Pass. Think about that. And then you have 100 people buy Game Pass for $15 per month with a Game Pass Ultimate. For PC, for that, and live, right? What's 100 times 15? That is a lot of dang money. They made their money back for every single game. Do you not realize that? The price that the people would pay for those games, they made it back. Right there. So they're doing good. 2020 has been a weird year. Yes, it has. Nintendo hasn't done a formal big over-the-top direct in a long time. They've done minis, or they've done presentations focused to Smash or this or that. PlayStation has been weird about giving out news and all this stuff. Xbox the same way. See that right there? That right there. They see you got 100 games in Game Pass. You have 100 people buy Game Pass, and you make $1,500. So, the majority of those games are making their money back right there. So, with that being said, 2020 has been the weirdest year in gaming. It's been the weirdest year in life. But I mark my words. Horizon Zero Dawn. Ghost of Tsushima. Life is Strange. Some of those games that are coming out later this year for Xbox. Some of the games like Cyberpunk and others that are coming out for PlayStation and other stuff. I might even jump into Destiny and try that out if y'all would like to see that. Paper Mario and other things. Within the next 6 months, those plus Ratchet & Clank, plus Red Dead Revolver, and some old school stuff. Within the next 6 months, they're going to be live streamed on this channel. Along with me still doing the Vault 13 podcast, trying to find people to interview and people to join in and have good conversations. And I've got a fun road ahead of me. And I appreciate each and every single one of you all that are here. Everyone that hits that smash button. Everybody that donates to the trust fund or becomes a Patreon for a monthly subscription of $1, $3 or $5 a month. You don't have to do a cent of it, but I appreciate you all. And we've been here 1 hour and 30 minutes. We might be live a little bit later. I might play a game and just talk general gaming with you all later about 10 o'clock. But right now, I'm going to probably get out of here in a minute. But if y'all got any fast words you want to say about the Xbox Series event, PlayStation, Nintendo, or anything, feel free. Floor is yours. Vault Squad for life. And also, everybody, check out Lit Gaming 999, T-Belly, Not Another Game Collector, and all that for some cool stuff on their channels, you know. And also Riku and Dank Meme for his support and everything like that. And you know what, Dank Meme Center? Your name should be Dank Mod Center. What Dank Mod Center? You're a mod everywhere. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm just letting y'all see if y'all want to say anything before I get out of here. But your boy, Chrislevi13, realest guy in the room. I just want to let y'all know, as Ewin, my sponsor, as all that cool stuff, I don't get paid. It's a free sponsorship. I'm gonna sit here, chill in this vault, maybe go get me a little bit of food, check on everything around the house, and I may go live later and maybe a live stream of me in a game, me in a multiplayer game, and just talking general gaming. But I'm gonna go check out some things. I know some podcasts are going tonight. Player SSA usually has his podcast and all that. Also, be on the lookout for the Chillcast tomorrow. They're doing some new things for the Chillcast, and some rebranding, some reworking of the Chillcast, Abaddon, Chips and Sticks, and others. So check that out. And I enjoyed doing this with you all. We had little technical difficulties and some things that made me feel bad, but we fixed those up real quick. And I appreciate you all. And you all have a good night if y'all don't see you for the rest of the night and all that. Oh, PE Podcast is on hiatus. Is there any reason why the PE Podcast is on hiatus? I know the Lootcast went on hiatus, and they're kind of figuring out if they ever want to do that again. I know the Loot Game Leaders are. I talked to Dom about that, but what's up with the? I didn't know it was on hiatus. So the Chillcast is the only podcast. Chillcast and Spodcast are the only two YouTube podcasts that I really watch. I mean, I do watch Kofi's podcast. You know, if you know that channel Kofi, his gaming podcast, you know, I do watch that from time to time and everything like that. Is he trying to change the format so that podcasts can grow? And also, do y'all like whenever I do the solo episodes and the No, I'll show you the Kofi guy that I'm talking about. Kofi does have a cool podcast, Up, Up, Down, Down. They do a podcast for WWE. But the Kofi that I'm talking about is right here. His podcast is actually live right now. The Kofi, I'll actually show y'all on stream if it pops back up. The Kofi that I'm talking about is right here. This guy right here. He has the Press Start podcast. And he has like 8,000 people that subscribe to his channel, almost 9,000. And his podcast.
At least the jokes. Yeah, when it looked like it got dark, like mad fast, like
that dark humor type.
Yeah,
that's the British humor, which is really
good. Y'all heard about that rumor?
What?
That is an MMO.
Yeah, the MMO.
If that is true, bro. Apparently they've already shut it down on Twitter.
Games as a service.
But see, that's the Press Start podcast. That's another one that I usually watch it after fact because I'm busy. But yeah, there it is.
Read these super chats because we're definitely a bit behind. Then after we're gonna just give our final score of the event and move on to Phil Spencer's backtracking of a lot of comments. Where we definitely got to discuss
this
that.
This is an Xbox heavy show, Kofi.
Definitely.
About time.
It should be.
This one's from Corey the Beast 21 Eyes.
I just want y'all to see if y'all want to go check it out. Go check it out.
Tight for Halo.
Hey man, it looks like Halo 1. That's all I want.
This one's from Tunde.
That's what a lot of that Halo fan base wanted. They wanted that natural Halo.
One of that
feel,
old Halo, baby.
It does definitely give me old school feels, though. It does give me old school feels.
What?
This one's from.
But yeah, that's that. And if y'all like the new background, yeah. Since he has to tend to his little girl on Thursday nights, yeah, basically trying to have one, not because it's necessary, but yeah, the new Samurai Jack game's coming out next month, and yeah, that's the same thing. Is that that's the same thing. I'm not gonna say other things, but just definitely be on the lookout for what Abaddon's tweets tomorrow. Chips and Sticks. Anybody that's that's on the Chillcast, I can't reveal anything. I am going to be on a future episode of the Chillcast and maybe Beats for breakfast. I can't say anything other than that, but just be on the lookout. Some big things are in the works, and so keep it under an hour instead of going like 2, almost 3 hours. Right? Is that what you're trying to say? I understand that. Do y'all like my podcast? If anybody in the chat, if y'all like my podcast, just let me know. I just want to know this last question I'm asking, and then I'm going to get out of here. Bada bing, bada boom. Woo. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, I did. My podcast was actually people in the community actually encouraged me to do the solo episodes, and then Linda, Studio Nintendo, and Abaddon Smith were the ones that encouraged me to do the interview style episodes. And I've done interviews with Linda, aka the Gamer Girl, Abaddon Smith, Studio Nintendo, and VG Mobster, and we got some others coming y'all's way. I understand that totally. Yeah, and if anybody ever has any ideas for videos you want to see on the channel pertaining to music, wrestling, or gaming, let me know. You ever have any ideas? Hey, could you do this format for the podcast? Could you interview this person, or reach out to this person? Or hey, I've reached out to this person to be on your podcast. Or you want to be on my podcast? Or you ever see me on Community Night and you want to suggest Community Night games for most Sunday nights? Then let me know. Because we live stream on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for the most part. Every other stream outside of that, gonna start going unlisted. I gotta put Ghost of Tsushima in a playlist because that's a series. So whenever that gets streamed, that stays up. But if anything's done on Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, or Saturdays out of the norm, that pretty much will go unlisted to keep the channel less clunky unless it's part of a series. And yeah, I appreciate you all being here. And yeah, if y'all get a good look in the look also. If you see this right here, I've shaved it, clean shaven right here, but I've kind of let my goatee get a little bit longer and especially right through here. But I appreciate you all, and I couldn't do this without people like y'all in the chat. Every single one of y'all that's a mod here in the chat on Discord talks to me in Vox, in my group chats in Vox, and also talks to me throughout Twitter, Facebook, all that. I'm gonna go out and get out of here, and if I come back, I'll be back in an hour or two with something and just chit chat about Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation with you all some more. But y'all have a good night, have a good Friday, have a good weekend, and if I don't stream tonight, then I definitely will be back here Sunday night with Community Night, and feel free to give suggestions on what we should do for Community Night this upcoming weekend. And if we hit 800 subscribers, I will go back. I'm still going to give y'all a 4-hour stream. That's got to figure out when, but hopefully we can get to 800 subscribers soon. And next giveaway is going to be done in association with Dank Meme, and there's going to be some rules that we're going to set up. One rule that I gotta say, the next giveaway that's gonna be at the end of August. You have to be in the chat to be able to win, because I don't want somebody to not be in the chat and win and just, you know, and people because there's people that were coming in last time I did it and they didn't even know me and they kept bitching about stuff, and then I finally was telling one of them to shut up and he wouldn't. So yeah, don't want to go to that. But anyway, also one of my favorite wrestlers, AJ Styles, just went live on Twitch. It just popped up on my phone. His name is called Styles Clash, his finishing move. Check him out there. And I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, everybody. See y'all later. Do I got Rogue? No, I don't have it right now. As if, you know, I need to know what system I need to get that game on, and I'll try to cop it. But I'll see y'all later. Let me know in Twitter or Discord where I should get that game, because it looks like a fun game. Something definitely worth trying out. But I'll see you all later, and y'all stay awesome.